Welcome to this new lesson where you're going to learn how to make your text follow a line that you've created customly or any shape. So let me actually delete all of this and we're going to start from scratch. So first we have to create our line or our shape. So we learned how to do that with the pen tool before. So you can use any of the pen tool, the freeform pen tool, or the curvature pen tool. Let's have our line, or create a line, something like this, which is what we originally created. And then take our text tool. Hover over this text with this layer selected, or this line rather, and when you see that the text tool changes to the little text tool with the wavy line, click. And you'll see that it adds text to the line. Now, this text is super big, so we're going to decrease the size to something that is a little bit easier to work with, or really to whatever you want. And now we can add our text. Now you might be wondering though, how do I change it so that the text starts not in the center of this line, but at the beginning? We have a tool for that. It's called the path selection tool. So if you click here, it looks like a regular mouse. And then if we click on our path, you'll see that it has this little X mark that now we can adjust and move forward or backward around our path. We can also, if you click and drag underneath our path, it actually makes the text go on the bottom side of the path. So now, and you can literally just click on the path where you want instead of dragging as well. So now we can go back to our text tool and adjust the size of our text so that it follows our path or our shape. Now our shape layer is still there, so we want to actually delete that shape layer. So if we save it, it's not there. Now it was white, so it kind of just blended into our background. But let me show you. So with our ellipse tool now, let's change the fill to black, just to show you what happens. So say we create a circle. We're going to then take our text tool, and again, with this ellipse tool selected in the layer panel, you'll see that there are two options. One is if we click on the line, we have that sort of wavy text option. And if we click there, it's going to create text that goes around our circle. Let me undo that, delete that. Now, if I take my text tool, and you'll see that if I hover inside of this text or inside of the circle, it looks different. And if I click, let me turn off our ellipse, you'll see that now we have this text that's inside the circle. So you can actually kind of create custom sized paragraph shapes to fit a paragraph of text in a custom shape. And then you can play with your paragraph settings or whatever to get it centered to however you want it. So that might be something you do. You can get pretty creative with creating a custom shape and then making this text really small and filling in this shape with more text, that kind of thing, right? Now you'll see though that I turned off our ellipse, and that's because it was black. But just to show you how you make it go around really quickly, it's the same thing as we saw before. Take our text, hover over the edge of our shape. Let's turn off our ellipse. And now we have this text, and smaller because that's what we had chosen before. But we can put this text around our circle. You can take your path selection tool and make sure you're hovering over the line itself and then clicking and dragging to rotate it. And again, you can put it on the inside or outside of the line depending on where you are clicking and hovering your mouse. It's again one of those things that will feel natural and you'll get the hang of it once you start practicing. But you can do this with pretty much any shape or line or path that you create. Just clicking the text tool, selecting your layer, and then hovering over it and adding text to that line. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in another lesson.